You need to know what's going on in Mason, Tennessee. Mason, Tennessee is a predominantly black town in West Tennessee. About 60% of the population is black. Almost all of its town leaders are black. This changed in 2016. Up until 2016, almost all the town leaders were white, but town leaders who had been there for many, many years all stepped down, almost all of them stepped down under charges of fraud and corruption. So black civic leaders stepped up and took the positions of mayor and vice mayor and alderman and such. Just recently, the 1,337 property owners in Mason, Tennessee got a letter from the state comptroller, Jason Mumford. He was encouraging these property owners to vote to release their charter. What this would do, this would basically take away all the power of local leadership and put this town under the control of predominantly white, predominantly Republican Tipton County. Now here's where it gets interesting. Mason, Tennessee is 5 miles away from the site of Ford Motor Company's new blue oval city that's going in. This is a multi-billion-dollar project designed to help Ford pivot to electric vehicles. They're expecting it will generate 27,000 new jobs and $22 million a year annually in state revenue. In other words, money's coming to Tipton County. And by the way, the most direct route from Blue Oval City to Memphis is right through Little Mason, Tennessee. Now, I don't know all the ins and outs of the local politics there. It may be that the comptroller has some kind of valid reasoning for this letter. But the problem is the white folks in this story are kind of like the little boy who cried wolf. There's been no reason given to trust you. This feels like another takeover. This feels like colonization. If there wasn't a whole lot of money to be made, would the white leaders of Tipton County and the state of Tennessee care at all about what's happening in Mason? Virginia Rivers, the vice mayor of Mason, Tennessee, said this is akin to a hostile takeover. That's also the title of the story on this that was reported in the Tennessee Lookout. I really encourage you to Google this and read up on this. This is still developing, and you might want to pay attention. This is yet another of a long line of attempts in red states to turn local and state leadership into a more authoritarian form of government. All politics is local, and the politics in Mason, Tennessee needs to stay local.